You're going to record. All right.
And it is.
There it is. Well, good evening. All right. It's good to see a whole bunch of people are hopping on. Who is excited about free enrollment? 4 people. Awesome. Who is pumped up about mocha and pumpkin spice? How many people? All right, lots more hands there. All right, I'm so excited about both of those shakes, and I cannot believe, you guys, that they released them at the same time. So that is awesome. I see more and more people are hopping on. So that's great. I know you're all getting settled in after dinner. It's awesome to see all your faces. Brad and Paula, congratulations on your 5-cycle bonus. Rock stars, we love it. Good to see you on here. I have no idea why I'm always in the dark, you guys. If you could see all the lights that are on in this room right now, you'd die. And I even have the pretty little ring light, Lauren. I don't know. Anyway, hopefully you can see me enough, and more importantly, hopefully you can hear me. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I want to talk about our value. One of our core values at Isagenix is innovation. Who was at celebration and heard Eric kick off talking about innovation in the company and how incredible that was, right? And so Isagenix is really leading the way in our industry, not just in cutting edge science behind our nutrition, our supplements, and all of our health-based products. But when you start looking at some of the other things they're doing around solar power, wind power, zero waste in production in our products, it's absolutely incredible. And they are so focused on the legacy that this company is going to leave behind in the future, and making sure we have a company that is sustainable for generations to come. How cool is that, right? So when we talk about innovation, you think about things, and this is what Eric Hoover was talking about. You think about companies like Blockbuster, right? This is my favorite example, or even a taxi cab driver, right? They never thought forward thinking. There was no forward thinking, right? Blockbuster wasn't preparing for the future where people weren't going to come and rent DVDs or rent VHS tapes, right? But now we have Netflix, and we don't have Blockbuster anymore because they weren't forward thinking. And at Isagenix, they are so forward thinking about, in 2 generations, 3 generations, 4 generations, what will be here for our kids and our grandchildren and our grandchildren's children, right? So we talk about a core value being innovation. It just fires me up to see what this company is doing, not just for the next couple of years, but for generations to come. And then let's take that and turn that not just in products and science and research and being on the forefront of everything they do, but look at the technology they're giving us, right? Like, look at our IsoLife app. Who has the IsoLife app? If you don't put your hand up, when we get off this call, get your IsoLife app on your phone. You will be so happy. I'm like the least techie person, and this IsoLife app is amazing. Not only is it amazing for our customers, but for us as building businesses, we can now get people enrolled in like a minute. And like anybody can be a shipper, obviously. Okay, we might need to mute some folks.
I know, I'll do it. Don't worry, I got it. I got
Thanks so much. So if we look at some of the innovation and technology that Isagenix is pouring into us to be able to build our businesses more effectively and efficiently, like that IsoLife app and being able to enroll people right through that app. I just did my first one over the weekend, and it was so simple. I was a little scared, right? It's always like you feel like you're giving up a little bit of control, but I'm going to tell you what, it was the simplest thing. So if you guys have not gotten that yet or used it, please jump in and do that. It's phenomenal. And then who has their IsoLife success plan? Who's got this? Who's got this? If you don't have this, when we get off this call, get it. You can download it off of isagenixbusiness.com. Or you can order the really pretty spiral ones. Kisa did a little live video on our Dreamers in Action page on this spiral one. What I love about this IsoLife Success Plan, guys, we have, for years that I've been doing Isagenix, I've had to go to a million different places to get stuff to build, right? It's all right here. This is your manual. This is everything you need to get started building an incredible Isagenix business. It's your IsoLife Success Plan. So if you don't have it, please get it. Everything that we're going to be talking about tonight is here. Our topic tonight is going to be say, share, do. How many of you have gone through those scripts on Say, Share, Do? 3 people? 4 people? All right, Say, Share, Do. It's right in the very beginning of your ISA Life success plan. If you go to isagenixbusiness.com, has anyone listened to the recordings for Say, Share, Do on there? If you have not, please write this down and make a note. Lauren, I think this should be part of our homework. Go to isagenixbusiness.com, hit the Start Here button, and under Say, Share, Do, there's actual verbiage. They walk you through scripting exactly what to say for the Say, Share, Do. And I'm going to talk about that in a couple of minutes. But you don't have to figure it out. Just go there and listen to it. It's genius. It's genius. And I'm so grateful as we talk about innovation that Isagenix is putting these things together for us just to make it easier and easier, not just for us, but as leaders, a big portion of what we do is we develop the next round of leaders, right? We're only successful if we're helping other people get paid and helping other people build businesses. So it's fine if you know what to say, share, do, but you've got scripting now. So let's direct our folks there and help them create Say, Share, Do as well. Super, super simple. And I'm going to start talking about that with you all. What I really want to start with, though, is a question. Who shares things they love with their friends? Just by show of hands. Okay. So I actually just thought about, it was Labor Day weekend. I had a lot of interaction with a variety of people, friends, family, neighbors, etc. And I actually sat down and I thought about all of the things I shared over the weekend. You guys want to hear my list? It's crazy. Are you ready? Okay. I shared Cycle Bar, 2 of my favorite coffee shops, a jewelry line I love, my dog trainer, a hair product I love, my primary care doctor, my chiropractor, my dog groomer, my massage therapist, my favorite sushi restaurant, a CBD oil I love, 2 essential oils that I absolutely love, not Isagenix, my favorite wine, my favorite Prosecco. So do you know all of those things that I shared that I love, I didn't get a single dollar for it. Not $1 for any of it. I shared it because I love it. So when we talk about Say, Share, Do tonight, we talk about sharing Isagenix. Do you love Isagenix? Do you love our products? A couple of people? Awesome. Cool. Lots of people. So share them just like you would your hairdresser, your doctor, your dog groomer. That's what this is about. It's just about sharing what we love. Don't make it weird. It's my favorite expression. Don't make it weird. And I think it's really funny that I got this training topic of Say, Share, Do on social media tonight, because that's what we're going to be talking about. And if I could tell you who was a little weird and awkward in the beginning and sharing, it would be me. So I think it's really ironic that I got this topic of social media and sharing. So in the beginning, I will tell you all that I would message people like 10 paragraphs about Isagenix and the ingredients in our products. And I can tell you exactly no one ever responded because I was being really weird, right? And so I think the number one question that I get from people when they decide they want to start sharing Isagenix and building an Isagenix business is, what do I say? Who said that? What should I say? Show of hands, because a lot of you on here have asked me that question. What do I say? I don't know what to say. What should I say? Okay, it's a big question. And then the first and foremost thing is, remember you're sharing something you love. So think about, how would you share your chiropractor? How would you share your primary care doctor? You would tell the person, oh my gosh, I love this, and this is why. My doctor makes me feel good. My hairdresser makes me look gorgeous. Whatever it is, I put Isagenix in my body because it makes me feel amazing. You're sharing, that's it, right? So when you're sharing, the other thing I learned is you want to be inspirational, not informational. Like a good example, not Isagenix related. I shared my dog trainer with my neighbor who has a puppy who's very unruly, right? She didn't say to me, well, what are they doing every day when you go over there? She said, well, why do you love the trainer? And I said, because my dog loves the trainer. My dog listens to the trainer, and he's training me how to be better with my dog, right? So I didn't say, well, the first 15 minutes we do this, and then we do that, and then we do this, right? It's the same when you're sharing Isagenix. So be authentic, be real, come from your heart, and share what you love the most about it. That's your very first tip on share. So when you guys go into Isagenix Business and you listen to those scripts, they actually walk you right through how to share. So it could be a social media post, which we're going to talk about social media in a few minutes. But just in terms of reaching out to people, there's a couple of different ways to just reach out outside of social media, right? So depending on where you are in your business, it could be you're just getting started and you want to share like, hey, I just found this amazing nutrition and I'm really looking for somebody to join me. I'm a weekend. I feel amazing. I'm getting incredible results. I thought of you. And I'm looking for a partner in this. Would you be interested in learning more? Asking questions. Would you be interested in learning more? Okay, I never mentioned 24 grams of protein, 23 trace minerals, right? Adaptogenic herbs, but it's simply asking a question and coming from your heart. So when you guys actually go in and look at the scripts that's in your ISA Life Success Plan, and you listen to those recordings on there, you'll see they'll give you different scenarios of scripting. What I want to kind of cover with you all tonight is when you're reaching out, especially if you're on the newer side of the street, please don't think you have to know it all. All right? Please don't think you have to know it all. That's so, so important. As a matter of fact, the more inspirational you are and the less informational you are, you will inspire people. Okay, and it's a perfect opportunity to use what we call ATM or add tag message. Who's familiar with add tag message? Okay, so I want to kind of run through what add tag message is. We've had incredible success with this on our team, and some of the other Isagenix teams has as well. So I want to share the process with you. Yes, ATM, add tag message. So add, so when you've reached out, so I reach out and I say, Alex, I thought of you. I just got started on the most amazing nutritional program. I'm already down 5 pounds. I feel incredible, and I really want to have some friends do this with me. If I sent you some information, would you be interested in taking a look? And Alex is going to say, well, heck yeah, I'm like, summer's over and I feel gross. Of course I want some information on that. Okay, so I say, that's awesome. I have a private page on Facebook. I'd love to add you in, or my team, or my coach, however your verbiage that feels right to you. We have a private page. The group I'm in has a private page on Facebook. I'm going to add you in. I didn't ask permission. I just said, I'm going to add you into that group. I'll tag you in a couple posts that have great information. And when will you be able to hop on the phone? Because I know once you look at the information I'm tagging you in, you're going to have questions. Okay? Put them in the group, tag them in a couple of things. They're going to say, give them 2 times. Are you available 2 times? Right? Or if you don't want to go straight to the phone yet, the message component is key. I'm going to connect you up with my friend Jen. She has been so helpful with me and knows so much more about the products and the best ways to get started. I'll add you to the group. I'll tag in a couple of things. I'm going to introduce you to Jen. Put them in, tag them, start a group message with Jen and say, hey, Jen, I just reached out to Alex. She's really interested in learning more. She's got some fluff she wants to lose. She's looking at a couple of articles. I'd love for you to share your story of what Isagenix has done for you. Okay? Jen's going to come back in, leave a voice recording, share her story of inspiration with Alex. We're going to set up a call from there. Everybody good with add tag message? Add tag message is really, really effective. So that's the say component. So say, share is sharing. So it's adding them to the Facebook group. It's sending them an ISA movie. So if you're an Isagenix business or you're in your ISA Life Success Plan, the steps are the same. You're sending them information that's share. If you're not familiar with our ISA movies, I would highly recommend you take about an hour and you watch them and figure out which ones you love, which ones you want to send to people about weight loss, about income opportunity, about performance, whatever that is, so you have that in your back pocket to send. Don't wait until it's time to send a movie and then go try to watch an hour's worth of ISA movies. Know them, get familiar with them so you're prepared to send them as soon as you have somebody ready to send it to. Okay, so that's the sharing component. I always tell people, please don't share until you have a time set up to talk to them. That's really important. So if you're going to share a video, I love just sending that ISA movie link if I've had a conversation or even an exchange of information with someone. The ISA movie link that has Transform Your Life, and then underneath it, it has the pack options and it has our different solutions included in there. So they can actually start to see. But before you send that, say, I know you're going to see this and you're going to have a lot of questions. Are you free Thursday at 5 or would Friday at 2 be better? Pick 2 times. Let them tell you which one's better. So they say, oh, Friday at 2 would be great. Say, awesome. We have had a chance to look through the information I tagged you in and the video I sent you. It's probably about 10 minutes worth of information. Yes, I will. Awesome. What's the best number for me to reach you Friday at 2 o'clock? Cool. Now you have a call set up. We can help you if you need a 3-way call. One of the leaders can help you if you're newer, however that works best for you. But there's an order and a process to all of this, keeping it shorter and sweeter in messages and directing things to phone calls and information. Does that make sense? I see Sherry's nodding at me. Thanks, Sherry. The do component is once you get on the phone with people, what do you do, right? So now you're on the phone with them. What do you do? And the video recording in Isagenix Business is awesome. It walks you through specific questions that you want to ask in getting to this person's goals. What did you like most about the video I sent you? What did you like most about the information I sent you? Hear what they have to say. What did they like about it, right? What about that video spoke to you and your personal goals? What goals do you have that you most want to accomplish? And then really digging into those goals. So if somebody says, I want to lose 25 pounds, how's your life going to be different when you lose those 25 pounds? Why is that goal so important to you? And really digging, because before we start making recommendations and start telling people packs and products, we really need to understand their goals, what they want to accomplish, and what's most important to them and why, right? When you start digging, so what's going to be different in your life when you lose 25 pounds? What will you be able to do that you're not able to do today? Why is doing that so important? You start really digging deep into what is driving them to want to make the change. And then you ask the question, how committed are you on a scale of 1 to 10 to making those changes, to hitting those goals in your life? If they say, well, I don't really know, it doesn't matter what you have for them. They're probably not going to get started, right? But if you know they're 100% on a scale of 1 to 10, they're all in, they need to do this. They're getting ready for a wedding. They're going on a vacation. Their doctor's telling them, they're going to be put on medications because of their weight. Whatever is their driving force, they want to be here for their children. They want to be able to play with their grandchildren. Whatever that is, and they're 100% committed to it, they're all in on a scale of 1 to 10, they're a 10, you have a solution that's going to get them there. And that's where your posture and how you handle the rest of the conversation becomes so important. Because do you guys believe that you have something that could help someone lose 25 pounds and allow them to enjoy their life and their children again? Is there anybody here who doesn't think they have that in Isagenix? You have that 100% in Isagenix. Now your posture comes out. I have no doubt, Alex, that we can get 25 pounds off your body. You're going to feel amazing, and you're going to be down the floor crawling around playing with your kids, doing all the things that you haven't been able to do. That's posture. All right. Now, Alex is like, awesome, because I want it. I'm in. And then you're going to say, my best recommendation, and I don't want to get into objections and all that stuff, but you're going to say, my best recommendation for you is this pack. Okay. There might be some other questions that lead into that, but that's posture again. My best recommendation for you. Okay. Because now you're the experts. You're going to tell them what's going to be best for them to get that goal they want. Does that make sense on say, share, do? Everybody's good on that? All right, awesome. I cannot encourage you enough to use the innovative and amazing tools that Isagenix has given us to simplify this process. In years past, we would be like, well, listen to this podcast, listen to that podcast, go here, go there, check this, check that. It's all in one place, that IsoLife Success Plan and isagenixbusiness.com. So if you haven't visited isagenixbusiness.com in a while, I strongly encourage you to go back to it. They've made amazing revisions. They even go into, once you get people started on their pack and you're doing the new associate checklist, Kathy Cooper's in there walking you through the best way to do it, right? So all the training and all the tools are there for us. So it kind of ties back to my whole conversation of innovation, guys. They're really working so hard to simplify this for us. And then the other component of what I was going to talk about this evening is social media, which I also think is pretty comical that I get to talk about social media. Not that I haven't come a long way, baby, in 4 years, but of course my start with social media was a bit of a disaster. And thank you, Lauren Sims, for never giving up on me and always being there to correct me and tell me what to do. So my social media posts were horrific in the beginning. I would post a picture of like the canister shake and like in the comments list all the ingredients and why people needed to drink it. And she would text me and say, take that post down, it's terrible. So, and there's tons of training on social media, but in terms of branding yourself and using social media for Isagenix purposes, I'm going to tell you guys, this is the biggest learning I had. No one is getting on getting on Facebook or Instagram for you to sell them shakes or a nutritional cleansing system. No one, okay? No one. People don't get on social media to buy weight loss products or sports performance products or to buy anything for that matter. People get on social media to watch you. They want to know what you're doing. We're all like a little bit of voyeurs. We all want to see what everybody's got going on in their life. People are watching you. So your consistency in your message, post to post to post, has got to be spot on. You can't talk about, hey, I'm wonderful, I'm happy, life is great, and then start bashing Nike, right? Or bashing, a store, a company, a person. You have to be really consistent in who you are because people are going to buy things from people they know, like, and trust. So if they've been watching you, they know you, they like you, and they trust you, they're going to ask you about Isagenix. If you're negative, you're miserable, you're inconsistent in what you post about, like if you're at the bar doing shots with all your friends and then the next day you're talking about how healthy you are, I can promise you people are going to see a big inconsistency. That doesn't mean you can't have a drink or post something about being out, but your message has to be so consistent when you brand yourself. So who are you and what do you want people to know about you? You've got to be authentic, because if you're not authentic, people can smell it a mile away. All right? So please be authentic. Decide, what is your message? What do you want to share with people? And how do we weave Isagenix into that so that people ask us, right? So just an example, I love to work out. I love to cook. I love to eat healthy. I love my kids. I love my pets. You can probably go on my Facebook, and I love coffee. You can go on my Facebook wall and you can consistently see those messages. So when I post about cleansing or I post about a shake, people aren't like, well, that one's always eating French fries. What's she doing with the shake, right? There's a consistent message and theme to everything that I do. So it's how you brand yourself. Don't share people's posts. And I mean by hitting the share button, okay? Because then that's not you. People want to know you. I get on a lot of our Facebook walls and kind of peruse around, and a lot of our new people on here just share posts. Everybody else's posts. They never post anything original or anything that's their own. So if you're kind of new to this whole process, I would strongly encourage you. There's nothing wrong with sharing like a cool video or a funny story now and again. But if you want people to know you, like you, and trust you, create some of your own content. That doesn't mean you can't steal my post, like copy it and make it your own and post it, but create your own content. That's how people will get to know who you are, right? Like, and Danielle, I'm going to tell you, like, she does these workout videos in front of her, like on her Facebook, And she's consistent. I see her on there killing it, right? I know who she is. I know what she's about. She's healthy, she's fit, she's a mama, her message is clear. So as you're posting, don't just keep sharing and sharing all this other stuff, because people will never know who you are, okay? As far as Isagenix goes, we say it over and over again, if you're brand new, especially to all of this, don't slather Isagenix all over your wall in the beginning. It diverts people to Google, okay? It diverts people to Google. You all know that, right? Is there anybody that doesn't know that? So if you've been building this business for a while and you're established and you want to talk about what Isagenix has done for you, that's a little different. But if you're just posting canisters of products and saying, hey, message me if you want some, right? They're going to Google what's Isagenix, right? And they may or may not ever ask you about it. So make sure your posts are more lifestyle oriented. We have a social media Facebook page that if you're not in that Dreamers in Action social media page, I would strongly encourage you to hop into it. Ask us, we'll add you in. The training is there. Like I get asked a lot, well, I don't know what to post about. What should I post? There's actual post recommendations for every day of the week with hashtags in there. So if you're just getting started or trying to figure out your brand or what you want to talk about, let us get you in that Facebook page so that you can get some support, some ideas, some thoughts about what you can be posting on social media. In addition, there's a thread in there. So anytime you post and you want us to help you get it active in the thread, you can drop a link to your post in there and we'll all comment, like, and get it active in the thread so more people see it. I'm not super knowledgeable on Instagram, although I will tell you some of the things that are the same: your message and consistency. So whatever social media platform you're using, your message has to be clear as to who you are, and you have to be consistent in what you're posting about. Good. Now let me see if there's anything else on here I wanted to make sure I kicked off. The only other thing I do want to say is everything we do and everyone's success here, I mean, we've got, gosh, so many people hopped on tonight, 3 pages of people, and it's awesome. I love seeing all your faces. This is a team sport. So if there's anybody on here who thinks that they're going to build their Isagenix business on their own, I would tell you, you might enroll a lot of people, but you're not going to build a business. It is truly a team sport. So if you're relatively new or somewhere in between, please allow us to support you and help you through the process, whether it's on calls, whether it's branding yourself on social media, lifting up your posts. We are here to support your success. I won't be successful. Lauren won't be successful. Aaron won't be successful. Adam won't be successful if you guys aren't successful. So it's a team sport. So if you are really stuck on share and you listen to the recordings and you're still struggling, I would strongly encourage you to reach out to one of the leaders and let us help you. Okay? It's a team sport. So your success is going to happen because you have all of us, and our success is going to happen because we have all of you. So teamwork really does make the dream work, and I'd love to partner with you all, anyone here, and just guide you through. It's one thing for me to say it, it's another thing for you guys to get to say it and practice it and practice it and practice it. And remember, practice doesn't make perfect, practice makes you better, right? And Lauren, that's all I got tonight. That's my meat and potatoes right there.
You did awesome. And the takeaway flyer is up in Fast Track. So you guys put some goodness in there. The homework is up. It kind of looks like a lot because they're just little, like download the app. So it looks like a lot because there's like 7 bullets, but it's really not all that much, you guys. But Laurie, you're amazing. And I want to just chime in because I have had the privilege and honor of working here for 4 years, to think that literally she was the one that was like, take that down, take that down. Oh my gosh, why did you just like tell them every single ingredient in the Cleanse for Life? To now corporate has asked her to do 4 of the Capture the Essence social soirees in St. Louis. All 4 of them, like that's a testament of her leadership 5 and her success. And just what happens when you're committed in doing the work. And so we started this off, you guys, that like, you don't have to do the homework. We're not kicking you out of this call. No one's going to, take the recording down, or we're not going to work with you. But just ask yourself in the mirror, like, if you want to have a 4-star income on your way to 5-star, are you willing to do the work that it takes? So there's a couple hundred people on this page. 3 of you, I think, did your homework from last week, and maybe 5 did the week before. So just ask yourself, like Aaron went and played in the NFL with the pros, right? He didn't make it out of Pee Wee. He didn't just stop at high school. Like, what percentage? How many two-a-days did he do? How many happy hours did he miss? How many videos of mindset training did he commit to make it to the best of the best, something that 1% of athletes really get to, right? LeBron James is still practicing. Tiger Woods is still practicing. You guys, none of you, not even one person on here is an Isagenix millionaire. None of you are platinum. None of you are maxed out. None of you have created 15 executives that do and buckle down. And I love what you said, Laura, about just the teamwork and just making sure that you're showing people how to do this. Like, someone didn't give Aaron a football and a manual and tell him to figure out how to be NFL worthy. They practiced with him. They tackled with him. They ran plays. I mean, everything that happened in our business is the same way. If you say, hey, I want you to put a power post up on Facebook, you're going to get like a 1% return of people doing it because they don't know what to post. But if you say, have you considered doing this? Would it be okay if I helped you write a post together? I'd love to get you to share your story on social media. People need to hear it. Let's draft something that sounds like you. Think about how many more people are going to do it because they know what to do. If you're saying do an ATM, just do an ATM with your people with me. They're like, what? Like, that's more isolatin if there wasn't enough to begin with. But if you say, okay, what we found to be really successful is add them to our amazing testimonial page, tag them on something that's relevant, and let's get a message going with me right away so I can support you. I can help you with this. We can show them our community, and I'll help you with things that you're learning with to get this person the best success possible. They're like, oh, cool, I can do that, right? It's literally locking arms with them. If I'm like, hey, you need to have a tasting party. You buy the mocha, buy the pumpkin, and have a tasting party. They might buy the mocha and they might buy the pumpkin, and then the tasting party is going to be with their family because they don't know what to do. But if you say, hey, this will be really fun, like, and you help them make the event and you show them what it looks like and you teach them what videos to play, or you go over, invite them to one of yours first, they're going to do it. And so I just encourage you guys that exactly what Laura's saying, that there's only so far you're going to go on your own. Like, learning to enroll is one piece of this. And most of you are on this call because you figured out how to do that. But teaching other people how, and then teaching other people how to rank, advance, and duplicate, that's the nature of this business. And so just spend as much time as you are recruiting and enrolling as developing your people, asking them, where are you stuck? What do you need help with? Like, where do you feel the strongest? What do you excel at, right? Like, let them feel good. What are you doing really well? What was your success this week? What was your win? And what can I help you with most? Where are you feeling stuck? Where's an area you're a little unsure? And just tackle it bit by bit. And the last thing I want to leave you with, because I know this is going to be a major week for rank advancing, we have free enrollment in double seasonal shakes. If you guys do not hustle and like seriously have higher cycles than you've ever seen, I have no idea what you're waiting for, because it doesn't get easier than this in terms of what the company is doing to support us, okay? But the first thing you got to do is you got to believe in yourself. You got to want it and you got to believe it. You got to have a winner's mindset. Then spend the time to believe in other people. There are people on this call that did not think they were going to rank advance, but they got a call, maybe a 3-way call from a couple people cheering them on, believing on them, and they did it. You know, there are 2 stars, 1 stars, executives, directors, managers, consultants on this call that didn't think they could get there, but because someone said, I know you can do this. It's already done. I just want you to call me when it's done. Start doing this for your people. Start believing in them. Start cheering them on. My brand new girl, Kira, who I know is on this call because I look to see her gorgeous face. She's brand new. She's a week with me. She's so coachable. She's got one conversation going with a girl right now. I was like, awesome, you're going to get double pibs this week. You know what she wrote back? Thanks, I needed that. We're brand new together, but I already know she has 2 enrollments. It's free enrollment, and I'll do 20 calls with her this week. But spend the time just pouring belief into people. Isagenix has done it so well with the Say, Share, Do. Social media gives you credibility, but it's not the only avenue you have. Like Zach says, please do not post and pray. Post to brand, but reach out with purpose and intention, because people are looking for you. So Aaron or Adam or Jen, I don't know if you guys have anything to add.
Lauren, I just want to add one fast thing really quick. When you say teach your people, I know there's some people on here tonight who have maybe not enrolled anyone yet, or have maybe enrolled 1 person. You're on this call because you're a leader. So maybe you haven't enrolled somebody yet, but you're about to, or maybe you've enrolled 1 person and they need your direction and your coaching and your support. not just in the products, but in how to share this incredible, incredible opportunity with other people. So don't sit and think for a minute as Lauren's talking, well, she's not talking to me because I'm not a director and executive. She's talking to you. You're on this call. You're a leader because you're on this call. You've enrolled one person. Reach out to that one person and treat them like they are the most spectacular human being on the earth. Pour belief into them, help them share, just like you would want done. So don't think for a minute if you don't have, 400 people enrolled, blah, blah, blah. We're not talking to you because we're talking to you.
And remember that there's people in your team. Like if you have team volume, even if it's not your core PET, meaning like I enrolled Jen and Jen enrolled Laura, which is not the way it went, but I'm giving an example, that being the PET, and Laura enrolled Holly. Like if that's the way it went, let's say like someone's in my left leg. I'm like, where'd Brad come from? Like who's Alan, right? Like, people above you are putting people, if you have team volume, if you look down and there's names below you and you're like, who are these people? Guess what? We still rise by lifting others. Just because you didn't enroll them doesn't mean you can't support them. Every one of us loves it when our Facebook has a gazillion likes and a ton of comments. Take the time to comment on your team. Sometimes you're like, oh, you brush over them because they're already enrolled, but they are growing. They need your support. And if you want them to comment and like on your wall in your post, do the same for them. And you don't have to have enrolled them to support them. Like, I love that you just brought that up, Laura. So Adam, Jen, Aaron, anything you guys got tonight? I feel like Aaron's fired up. I can see it.
I'm ready to go. You know what, Laura? You crushed it. Thank you so much for showing the simplicity. I think that's what excites me the most, is about how easy this is. I mean, we do such a good job at making things difficult. I've been talking to people and just amazed at how complex we can make things. So you crushed it. Say, share, do. Use the tools. Believe in yourself, knowing that you have something great. That fact of knowing that by 2020, half of the population is going to have some sort of additional stream of income, whether it be Uber, Airbnb, or some network marketing. The only question is it going to be working with you or working with someone else? Someone's going to be working with someone. So now is the time, and let's go. Let's crush this week, guys. Let's make it happen.
Yeah, I agree, Laura. That was awesome. Good call. So amazing. And Lauren mentioned that all those people that you see under you, she didn't mention that that volume is coming up to you. So it's like you enrolled them, you're benefiting it, but somebody else did that work. So support those people. I talked to a girl today who has $50 to her name, can't afford her bills, doesn't want to start a business. So what do? We keep it simple. Say, hey, have you ever thought about just getting some of your products for free? We want to spoon feed people, keep it so simple and keep it basic, because if you make too many fast movements or you get too excited, they run away and they get scared. And when somebody's confused, they don't make a move. So we want to say, hey, do you know anybody? Have you thought of anybody? And then instantly get them in touch with somebody who's going to have a little bit better knowledge, maybe have more confidence, maybe not so connected to that person that they can just speak frankly, and they're going to hear something different from that person than how you're going to say it, and maybe it's going to speak to them. But Laura, you did awesome. Aaron, amazing. Love the energy. Thanks, Lauren.
So good. You guys, we're wrapping it up. We finished early. So go start doing your tech splits. Mocha, pumpkin, free enrollment. I wanted the opening up the call next week before Jen and Adam train on celebrating 1-star bonuses, 5-cycle bonuses, people that are going manager, 2-star, 3-star. And if y'all are in start, who in here is on start? Let me see. Who's under 35? Alex is on start. Who's between 18 and 35? Who else? Alex. We don't have a young group in here. Kisa. Nicholas is, anybody else? I can't see some of you guys. If you all didn't see Eric's promotion about the START retreat, first ever, it's like a START Top Achievers. He has been working on this for a year. I think you guys probably saw some of the ambassadors with the little like alpaca videos, like trying to like get some excitement going towards this, but it's to Peru. You've got to hit START 1000 and then it's like Derby points. So look at the details, but even if you're not in START, you have team members that are in START. You don't think an experience with Eric Coover and only 50 people will change their life? Like, time to get some people to Peru. So you guys are awesome. Keep up the good job. We'll see you next week. Good night.